Welcome to WagerTalk TV. I am Kelly Stewart, joined today by handicapper Bryan Leonard, and we're going to talk a little bit about one of Bryan's favorite conferences, the MAC. Now, I always typically think of the MAC as kind of the degenerate betting conference for myself because sometimes I need a little bit of action on Tuesday, Wednesday nights. Bryan, talk to me about why you like betting the MAC or how you got started and why you specialize in it.
Yeah, specialization is very important when you're looking at especially college basketball, college football, where you've got so many teams. I grew up in Cleveland. I went to Akron University, graduated in 1985. You probably weren't even born yet. But at that time, I was really into football. And I started off as an NBA handicapper, had a lot of success. But I always paid a lot of attention. I went to the games just like everybody does when they're in college. Big fans of the sports. And I knew more about the MAC and the Big Ten than a lot of other people because that's where I grew up. And back then, they had the MAC on the added board. And on the added board, what that basically meant was they would have limited amounts that you could bet on the games. So instead of having a college football game where you could bet $10,000 on it, they would let you bet $1,000 in the MAC. Well, the Billy Walters and the guys that bet a lot of money, who wants to bet $1,000? Well, for me, I'm a college kid. You know, $1,000 is a lot of money. So I decided to spend time in the MAC, and then I started the service, and I've had a lot of success in that. A lot of people call me the MAC expert, and I get a lot of people actually want to trade plays with me because they're good in the Big 12 like yourself or some other, and then I trade my plays for them, and it works out great. And one of the reasons why it's so good is because not a lot of people pay attention to it because they're not on national TV except for the last few years. Now it's getting to be a little bit more important because people want to bet on whatever they watch. And if the lines maker knows on a Saturday afternoon, Bowling Green is playing, Ohio U, and then they've got Clemson and Alabama or whatever, the money's going to come in on the bigger games that are on TV. I mean, everybody likes to watch the games they bet on, and not necessarily, you're not going to get too many nationally televised MAC games, except for the last few years. So it's actually picked up a lot, and people are interested in the MAC now because they get to see them once in a while. So
going back to what you just said, the bookmakers are going to focus on those big primetime games. Do you feel like because they don't spend as much time on these MAC games, you can find better value or a different line discrepancy than you maybe would on some of the other conferences?
Definitely. It's the Sun Belt's another one. The Sun Belt you have a lot of success with. If people are out there betting and you want to win, it doesn't matter who you're betting on. It matters if you win or lose. I would much rather win on a Louisiana-Monroe game than lose on an Ohio State game. I'm in it for the money. A lot of people are in it just to have fun, but you're in it to win it. Why even bother to bet if you're not going to try to win? And that's what gives us an advantage because you're able to play these games and, it's harder to get the information. I'll give you that. But that just means there's less people looking for it. So the specialization is very important, whether it be if you're looking to play totals, if you're looking to play sides. Just take a look at what the sportsbook will let you bet. If you want to bet a Monday night football game with Green Bay against New England, you can basically bet whatever you want on that game. You want to bet an afternoon college football game with Louisiana Lafayette against Louisiana Monroe, and you're looking to bet the total in that game, they may give you $500, they may give you $1,000. That tells you that's where you should be spending your time and your money.
I love it. One of the best MAC handicappers in Las Vegas. Bryan, do you have anything else for our viewers?
I'm probably the only MAC handicapper that that does that all full time. Yeah, you just want to work and get as much information as you can, and it doesn't matter who's playing. What matters is how much money you make, and that's what we're looking to do.
I love it. All day. Give me those ugly underdogs in the MAC. Bryan and I are going to be sharing lots of plays this football season, but you guys can purchase Bryan Leonard's football package right now. If you do, you get the rest of his MLB through the World Series for free. That's a $400 value right now. Bryan is #1 at WagerTalk. Gained 130 units through baseball season. I'm still mind blown. And you play underdogs, small favorites for a majority of his selections. He's now won 60% of his baseball plays. So make sure you guys head over to WagerTalk and snag Bryan's football package. Also, give us a little thumbs up, like on the YouTube page, share with your friends, and definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel.